Oh shit. Oh fuck, I done fucked up. Damn, my bad. Ah, I was going off too. You know what? I think I am Tyra. I was talking for fucking 8 minutes and was fucking silent. Damn, damn, damn. I was going off on Tyra talking about the fucking bodega shit, and I was just saying that Tyra. It's funny that Tyra won't talk about that bodega shit when he's one of the dudes, the main proponents of walking around with your gun and shit. And I was just making the point that I think it was like 2 weeks ago or last weekend when someone fucking called all them Ubers to his house. Before that dude even stepped off the porch, he had his gun pulled. He didn't even take one step. He immediately stood up and pulled his gun. But the dude in the bodega, he's like 60 something years old. But that dude, he stood his ground 10 toes. Yeah, he got pushed to the ground, but he was there fighting a dude that was a third his age. Now put that in contrast to what Tyra fucking did. You know what I'm saying? Tyra fucking he immediately pulls a gun every time he's fucking confronted, or even if Jim or someone else is driving by, like the black Charger, or was it a red Cadillac? I think it was a red Cadillac, like I think summer last year, and then there was like a white Lexus, and then you had like the white pickup. You had the dude in the Dodge Ram, like immediately pulls his gun. And again, we'll put this in contrast with the dude in the bodega, a 60 something a year old man. What's his name? I don't even know the dude's name. The 60 something year old man, even though he got pushed to the ground, he got back up. He didn't reach for a firearm, right? New York, yeah, it's harder to get one. But what I'm saying is, at least that dude didn't reach for a weapon immediately. Tyra, you're a coward. We all know this, but what it really says about you, Tyra, is that you walk around terrified, right? And you try to mask your terror, the terror that you live in. You try to mask it. The fucking gun is your security blanket. And again, put that in contrast to a dude who is in the public eye. Put that in contrast to the dude in the bodega. He didn't have no place to run, right? If the dude who was in the bodega was like extremely scared for his life, he had no place to run. You with the fucking Ubers that came to the house, you could have fucking ran inside if you were real scared. You could have ran out the fucking back door. But what you do, Tyra, immediately you pull out a fucking gun because you're spineless. That's what it boils down to. You're spineless. You know what I'm saying? But again, for some reason you won't talk about this because that scenario is going to expose you. You talk about straight exposing them. That scenario will straight expose you. People will ask you the same questions I'm asking right now. Hey Tyra, why do you always reach for your gun off top? Why you never try to stand in the pocket and trade with nobody? And I'll take that right back to Roy. Roy was right in your face. He ain't swung on Roy, and you were armed. While I was muted, I fucking made the comment that that's exactly what I said when I was muted. I was saying Tyra fucking will pull his gun immediately hide behind his fucking gun. Whereas other people are real man, as you always like to tout real man work and real man this and rah rah rah. But Tyra, when it comes to real man shit, you're the first thing from, right? Because a real man would raise his son properly, right? Even though Darius has his problems, you're his father. You're fucking you're the one who's supposed to set him right, whether he's a grown man or not. To the day he dies or the day you die, you're supposed to be the person that makes sure Darius is on the right path. And you know what a real father would do? Sacrifice everything to save his next generation, including the grandbabies, including the G babies. What have you sacrificed? You spent 35,000 on fucking dogs. Have you spent $35,000 in legal fees trying to get your grandkids back? No way. I'll say that again, Tyra. Have you spent $35,000 in legal fees trying to get your grandkids back, Tyra? Come on now. Go live, Tyra. Go live. Or as you say, go live. And break that question down for me, Tyra. Break that question down for me. You got money for fucking old schools and fucking 28-inch rims, but where have you fucking put a retainer on a lawyer to get your grandkids back? You know what I'm saying? Help me understand that. Let me read the comments real quick. Up upon review, the footage exposing King has determined that True Friedman should face charges for brandishing a firearm. Exactly. Tyra should yeah. Why'd you have to pull the pistol out, Tyra? Why is it that you feel the need to pull a pistol out on people just fucking driving up and down the street? I'm gonna read the next comment. Exposing King. Speaking of shootings, didn't that hot mic reveal that Donna's kids hated True Freeman and Kenny's death had to do with his gang activity? More than likely. More than likely. I mean, more than likely. I mean, let's be real about that, Tyra. If you gonna catch 3, 4, 5 in the back, you know what I'm saying, from an AK, let's even say it's mid, or more so if it's close range, it's definitely personal, right? But what Kenny was doing that night, I can't say that I remember exactly. I know I called down the bar 52. I can't call it down there no more because the bar is closed. But all I'm saying is, Tyra, Kenny had to been involved in something. So same way you fucked up with Darius is the same way you fucked up with Kenny. You claim that Kenny's more of your son than Darius. So why is Kenny in the scenario that he is in now? What type of father are you, Tyra? Real shit. What type of father are you to allow Kenny to be fucking worm food right now? What did you sacrifice to ensure that your children made it out of high school, made it into college and or university? Why aren't your two sons that you say you love and you say you're an amazing father, you say you're a real man? Why aren't your two sons in the military making something of themselves? Come on, Tyra. You can break everything down like a 50-cent racehorse. Go ahead, break that down. Why isn't Darius a fucking E6 in the goddamn Marines? You know what I'm saying? Even if you could not afford to put your two sons, let alone Donna's 5 other kids, through university. And I understand that's financially challenging putting all them kids through university. That's it. Yeah, but you know what? You say your HVAC, you got all these skills. You paint cars, you do body work, you do carpentry, you do fucking additions on houses, electrical, HVAC, tile work, flooring, fucking you remove popcorn ceilings, you do fucking asbestos work. Why, with all those skills, were you not able to, even if it were challenging and you could only afford to put Donna's daughters through university or college? Why are none of your kids or Donna's kids, or at least your kid and or your grandkids, given the opportunity, financial, even if you could only finance the first quarter of first semester of college or junior college, community college? Why aren't none of your kids or Donna's kids in community college off the strength of your skills, Tyra? Come on, Tyra. You have all these skills, all these abilities, all these trades. You talk about you gonna open up a 504c for your fucking because you want to teach young boys how to make all these skills and shit. When was this? This was what, the winter of 2020, I think. Yeah, I think it was close to the summer of 2020. You're talking about you gonna open up a 504c3 fucking charity to fucking teach all these skills. So you got all these skills. And what did you teach Darius? What did you teach Kenny? If you got all these skills, why did Kenny have to gotta be up in the streets doing all this fucking wild shit? You got all these skills, Tyra. So if you got all these skills, why couldn't you secure a bank loan, right? Even if it had to be a fucking line of credit, you could have paid for fucking Darius to go to a fucking trade school if you couldn't train him yourself. Let me read the comment real quick. So True Freeman can have all these real man skills with an 8th grade education, but he doesn't ensure that his children have these skills. Make that make sense? Exactly my point, Exposing King. Tyra, Littlefoot's, you have all these skills, but let's see, where is your fucking registered business? You show fucking paperwork on we got kennels, but you can't show fucking paperwork on your fucking painting business, on your fucking auto shop, and all your fucking repair, your automotive repair, paint, body shop. You do fucking tires, you do fucking brakes, you paint houses, you fucking do siding, you do fence, you do all this shit, but you ain't got no paperwork on your business, Tyra. Come on, help the trolls, or more so shut the trolls up. by showing the paperwork. You say you got receipts for everything. You pride yourself on that, Tyra. You've said this several times that you pride yourself, not in those exact words. You say I got receipts on everything. You show us fucking receipts on your fucking on your copper tooth that you put in your mouth. But you show us the fucking tell us where you bought your first fucking your guns, your High Point and your fucking Crossman or some other bullshit gun you bought. But you have no paperwork for Darius getting out of high school. Come on, Tyra, make that make sense. You ain't got no paperwork on Darius getting a fucking high school education. You can't send them boys to fucking Job Corps. Nothing. Come on, Tyra. You ain't got no paperwork on you and Donna being married. Vic got paperwork on him on he and his wife being married. You know what I'm saying? And at least John, the guy you call Johnisha, at least he's not making kids that he can't afford to provide for. That's a real man. At least John had enough self-control. I'll say it again, Littlefoot's. John has enough self-control not to make kids that he cannot provide for. John has enough self-control not to be on YouTube for 9, 10, 15, 12, 30 hours a day. It's only because now I got to go back to work for a bit. I had a couple of days off, but you know what I was not doing? I wasn't on YouTube for goddamn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours. And more so, you can go up and down my channel, Tyra. You ain't never seen me live for fucking 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. I got too much shit to do. But today, I'm going to fuck with you. I'm going to fuck you the long way, right? Pause. I'm going to mess with you the hard way. And I'm just going to straight up expose you for all your bullshit, Tyra. You know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do something. Hold down. Hold down. Let me see if I can drop this link real quick. Let the trolls cometh for Tyra. If you got beef with Tyra, bring your ass. Excuse me. Show your face. That's you, Tyra. Why is it that everybody got to show their face? And it goes back to the same thing I was saying earlier. You scared, and you got a weird relationship with the trolls. Your whole existence is to be trolled, and because you're so lonely and no one want to fuck with you, that's the only attention you get, because you done ran Donna off. And the only reason why Donna stayed with you is probably because she ain't got nobody else in the city. Probably her aunt's house is full, or her sister got precarious living situation right now. So yeah, I think if Donna had the opportunity, she would leave you. Yeah, what's your name and what's your concern? Yeah, thanks for calling my talk shoe. We gonna call the Tyra talk shoe. Dookie Badass, you want to call in? What's your name? What's your concern? Thanks for calling my talk shoe. Yeah. Come on, Tyra. We gonna get on that ass today. All that shit you done to Mayor and Gary and all them. You know, Tyra, come on now. And especially Tommy. You know what I'm saying? You already know how this works. So I'm gonna give you a hard time today. Yeah, you know what, Tyra? Yeah, that link is there for you, Tyra. You know what I'm saying? You can come in here and talk loud all you want. I think it would do you some good. But let's talk about that real quick. Donna leaving you. I think in spirit and mentally she's already left. She's just there physically. Because honestly, Tyra, what can you say that she sees in you? What does Donna see in you? What can you provide Donna that she can't get elsewhere? I mean, you ignore her for hours on end. And then half the time she's out most of the day, or she's upstairs avoiding you. That's not a relationship, Tyra. That's not love. When are you going to admit to yourself that Donna does not love you? You know Donna doesn't love you. Right? And just by your actions alone and how you talk to her, like when it's hot mic, we know you don't love her. That's someone you cohabitate with out of convenience. You don't love that woman, and that woman sure as hell don't love you. So what are you doing? Just leave that house, because everything's in her name anyway. Go live in your dually. You're a fucking clown. If you had any love for Donna, and any respect for yourself You would leave that situation. Just let that woman be. Look how much Donna has lost because of you, because of your actions, because of your greed and your selfishness. There's no way you could love that woman. There's no way you could love Donna. All the chaos, all the pain, all the heartache. You know how many times the fucking police, well, obviously you know how many times the police come to that damn house off of some bullshit that you done did or you done said. And you know what? It affects her fucking pockets. Oh, let me read the comment real quick. When I'm in town, I give Donna the attention she doesn't get from Tyra. That's Dookie Badass. Thank you, Dookie Badass, for that comment. And you know what? That is relevant because if it ain't Dookie Badass, it's Hans. Why you never talk about Hans, Tyra? You know what I'm saying? You never talk about the people who killed Kenny. You never talk about Hans. You say you've been married for 25 or 26 years now, but in the past, Tyra, you've also said that as soon as a man enters a woman, she then becomes his wife. You claim to be the most intelligent man on YouTube, but at the same time, Hans has entered your wife. So, or excuse me, your alleged wife. I think I kind of snapped. So, who is Donna married to? Hans has already been, like, what, 12 inches up in Donna's guts? How many times? Let alone Donnell. How many times Donnell been up in Donna's guts? Whilst you sit at home fucking around with trolls on YouTube, like you probably in the bushes right now. So help me understand that, Tyra. Hans has been 12 and 13 inches in all of Donna's holes. Pause. But at the same time, you claim that a man marries a woman as soon as he enters her. So why are other men entering your wife, Tyra? Help us understand. Break that down for the trolls, please. If you could, please. I'm just trying to understand. I'm gonna go back to this bodega shit again. I think that's what I made my title. But yeah, help me understand that, Tyra. Like, real shit. You claim that people aren't supposed to get jiggy, but at the same time, Hans got jiggy with your wife, and Hans is still alive. You ain't say shit about doing nothing to Hans. You talk about killing everybody else, but you ain't talk about killing Hans. Make that make sense, Donnell. And it's not like Donnell was a one-time thing. You knew Donnell was up and down your alleged wife. I think I kind of snapped. Donnell was all up in that in Donna. She get off work, she ain't come home 2-3 hours later. And more so, you done, yo, Tyra, you already know. What up, Jay White? You already know that Donna don't come home on time. If she ain't upstairs, she out somewhere. She out and about, and she don't answer her phone for you. We already know Donna does not answer her phone for you. But at the same time, she come home, she don't talk to you. She goes straight upstairs. Tyra, come on, man, just be honest. She don't sleep next to you. She with another man. You're not married to Donna. Again, you said once a man enters a woman, he is married to her, and she ain't fucking you. We already got you on the hot mic. She be messing with Hans. She's Hans' wife, not yours. It's not Donna Henson, it's Donna Hansen. That's who it is, Donna Hansen. That's not your wife. Because she sure as hell don't claim you. Donna's never said, oh, that's my husband. The amount of times we've called and talked to Donna, left her voicemails and shit. Not me in particular, but other people I think I kind of snapped. I think other people have left message for Donna, and she never said, leave my husband alone. Donna don't fight for you like that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you look at John, at least John's not in that situation. John's not in a situation where he stayed with a woman that currently and actively and openly disrespect him. He's in a situation where he knows he can be respected in that household, but you, Tyra, no. And that's why you hate John. Excuse me. You hate John because John is in a situation you wish you could be in. Shit, I'll even say this. I'll say Zone is in a situation. Zone is in a situation that you wish you could be in because Zone, albeit I don't really approve of what they do, but at the same time, at least Zone's wife, actual wife, respects him to a certain degree. I mean, I don't think she. Well, you know what? Let me leave Zone alone for a minute. But you know what? That's one thing I want to address. It ran through my mind earlier. You call all these men. You call Tommy, Tammy. You call Vic venereal disease. Yeah, you call John Johnisha and Zone Zonia. I think you got some other bullshit name for Gary too. But what I've noticed is that a lot of these men, you try to effeminize them. What is your obsession with effeminizing men when you got a feminine name? Is that your way of trying to like level it out? You try to make other people feel as much of a female as you do, and at that point, Tyra, you're just exposing your insecurity. You're exposing how insecure you feel as a man or a lack thereof by trying to impose the fucking insecurity that you feel on other men, right? And I think that corresponds with all that gay shit you be talking. You talk all that gay shit because you trying to force your fucking feelings that overflow out of your heart and out of your stomach onto other men. What they say that there's like a religious saying for it. What's in the heart, it overflows. I'm paraphrasing some stuff out of the Bible here. It's like what's in your mind or your heart, it overflows and it spill it out of the mouth, something like that. So I think that's what's going on with you, Tyra. Real shit. It's you just what's up, fantastic. It's like you got so much gay shit within your heart that it just overflows, and that's why you have such a hard time communicating with people. And that's something that definitely keeps you isolated from Donna too, right? You're so focused on being negative because you have all this negative and the homosexual demon within you. It just overflows from you, from every part of your brain. You like they say, like the people have said, like the homosexual thing is, it's like a thing of confusion. And when things are confused, they can't communicate, they can't act right, and that's part of the reason why you can't get no real man work done, because you're always confused. You got some that it's not ADHD, it's some LGBTQ shit going up in your brain, and you fighting with yourself trying to figure out what the fuck you trying to do all day. That's why you be on YouTube 10, 15, 13, 19 hours a day, because your brain is confused and you've lost track of time and shit. You've lost your ability to stay on task, right? So again, that's why you can't get nothing done. You can't get nothing done in regards to life. Anything financially, anything fucking socially, anything physically. You can't. You're out of order. You're in complete disarray, and this is why you hate people like Vic, right? Because Vic is able to get himself in gear. You're obviously you're mad at Tommy because he has his shit together, and now you mad at Boss Man because Boss Man's able to get his shit together. And again, you call people female and you try to fucking discredit them every type of way, and these are people who are all doing fucking better than you. I can understand if you want to insult somebody and they're doing worse than you, but the same way you cuss Gary ain't got to worry about his fucking license getting in a car and getting pulled over and getting hauled off to jail. You do. So anybody you try to kick, Tyra, we know it's because you feel insecure. You're insecure about your sexuality. You're insecure about your finances. This is obvious. No man needs to fucking show anytime you get a piece of cash, right, and gotta flash it on the internet. You the same dude that say you live in the most dangerous neighborhoods in Indianapolis, but at the same time, every time you get some money, which is probably Donna's SSI money, or you selling their fucking pill money, that's when you gotta fucking flash your shit. Let me read a comment real quick. I still understand what his beef with Boss Man is. I may have pointed or touched on one of the issues, Fantastic Max. I think his issue is he's upset that Boss Man is younger than him, has a functional relationship. Look at Boss Man's relationship with his wife. I think they're actually married, right? Their kids are still alive. That's two. So the kids are doing well and in good shape. I would say they own a home, right? Or more so, even if they don't own that house, it's not under fucking squatting situations. Boss Man has I don't want to say it's substantial, but Boss Man ain't going hungry, right? Tyra is there fucking fighting for scraps. So his problem with Boss Man is that he's a younger man who's doing everything that Tyra's just basically jealous of Boss Man. That's what it boils down to. Tyra wants to be Boss Man, especially with the dogs, right? I mean, as soon as he started watching Boss Man, we see he got the dogs again. And after fucking Boss Man stiff armed him, he went on to some other dude, and then we got to that dude until that dude don't fuck with Tyra either, right? So, in my opinion, Tyra is 1,000% jealous of Boss Man, wants to be him, wants his life, wants the kids, want the wife, want the backyard, want the house, want the car. It's all jealousy. Same thing with Tommy. That's why he says with your Cadillac car and your Cadillac truck. Don't Tyra be talking about how he loves his Chevy trucks. Chevy and Cadillac, the same shit. So it goes back to what I said about being a real man. Tyra, no real man that sits here and fucking wallows in himself and sits on YouTube for 15, 30 odd hours at a time, fucking mad at another man because of things he has. If you wanted that Cadillac, Tyra, if you wanted that fucking Cadillac car and the Cadillac truck, you'd go out and fucking get it legally. And as you say, you got receipts for everything. When you flash all that cash, Tyra, we never see where it comes from. You could say, okay, yo, here's a check for fucking $12,000 as a fucking deposit. You say you're a contractor, right? So most contractors don't get wait to the fucking end of a job to fucking get paid in cash, right? Come on, let's be real here, Tyra. Most contractors, anyone who's actually legit serious, they take a deposit, and then they'll take a fucking another check, certified check, for the fucking cost of the material, right? So again, I'm pretty sure Greg had called it out. You got your hands fucking spread in so many things that you can't fucking manage, right? And that's why you can't get anything done because you're trying to be a fucking auto body guy. You're trying to be a fucking custom car interior painting. You trying to be a mechanic. You trying to be a fucking dent and body mechanic. You trying to be a flooring dude, a painting dude. Just fucking pick one lane, dog. That's all it is. Pick one lane. You see Boss Man? He does fucking dogs. He ain't trying to do not much else. He's focused on his shit. You like they say, you doing too much. You doing too much, and you trying to do it in too little time. You trying to be fucking what do you call that shit? Get rich quick. At 46 years old, Tyra, really get rich quick? That's what you trying to do? You supposed to be the smartest man on YouTube, but you ain't got no investments where your money fucking work for you. 46 years old and you fucking chasing money around to live fucking hand to mouth. Anyhow, I'm gonna go back to that bodega shit. I just find it strange. More so, I think another case that I thought you'd talk on, Tyre, was that kid in fucking Minnesota who got shot on the couch by the cops. I'm just surprised you didn't talk about that shit. I'm saying that's right up your alley. I'm trying to think of another one. Fucking what's that other one? I know it's another shooting that I thought Tyra should got probably a couple months ago. It escapes me at this time. I'm gonna drop this link real quick because I ain't like you, Tyra. I've been fucking talking for goddamn 37, yeah, almost 38 minutes. Fucking, I can't be doing up like fucking talk for 8 hours like you do. I can't be doing that shit. Drop this shit. I ain't gonna be fucking dropping links asking dudes to show their dick and none of that. That ain't for me. I'm gonna let someone else come up in this bitch and say something derogatory about your lame ass. Ugh. Good lord. Yeah. I'm trying to think other shit that I should be talking about is if I was Tyra. If I was Tyra right now, I'd be talking about like fucking current events and shit. Gas price. I remember making a fucking video after you bought that fucking the TrueCon. I saw that shit coming. I made a comment or a couple of videos about the fucking gas price about to go through the roof. I mean, again, Tyra, you claim to be the smartest man on YouTube, but somehow you got suckered into buying a fucking gas pig. Oh, there goes Salt.
My main man, Fuego. What's up, man?
Chilling, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say Tyra Moore is a complete fucking homosexual. The majority of the shit that comes out of his mouth has to do with dick and balls and other niggas being gay, but he's the only one who comes up with these specific graphic scenarios that have to do with male genitalia. He does it all the fucking time. The main things this man has actually come up with a cappella homosexual songs about other men's genitalia and what they do with their genitalia. And according to him, everybody else is gay. Everybody else is a homosexual, but he's the only one talking about other niggas' dicks in very graphic detail, day in, day out. There isn't one time, there isn't one stream that I can remember other than maybe before anybody even knew who he was on YouTube when he was just doing talk shoe bullshit where he didn't say something like some homosexual shit. There isn't one stream that I could think of where he didn't say anything gay about niggas sucking dick, all this shit. Somebody got nuts on their chin. If anybody disagrees with him, he'll say he'll either say something gay about them or he'll say they're sucking another YouTuber's dick. It never occurs to him that, hey, maybe I just don't like you. Maybe I just don't agree with your point of view. How does that make me a homosexual? And furthermore, why does your mind immediately go to homosexuality, niggas' dicks, balls, all that type of shit? Immediately, whenever he gets pissed off, he tries to, I don't know, to me it's a woman's tactic. Whenever they try to say some shit like that, emasculate a man, he don't want them no more, so automatically, because women will say one of three things. You're broke, you got a little dick, or you gay. He immediately just goes to gay every single time.
Do you think it's because something happened to him, or it's because he?
Hell yeah. Nah, I believe something happened to him, because like he said, he was in a boys' home when he was younger. I truly believe, and this is all jokes aside, I'm not talking shit or anything, I truly believe someone, a bigger, stronger guy, did something to him or forced him to do something to them. I truly believe somebody touched him as a young boy, some man. Now his only way of reconciling with that, his only way of dealing with that mentally is whenever a man comes across who can stand up to him, who will disagree with them and stand on their point, he needs to try to make them feel as small as he was meant to feel all them years ago in that boys' home. No man who claims to be straight have I heard talk so much homosexual shit as he does while claiming to be this big masculine dude. It's like, bro, you got a Napoleon complex and you're in the closet.
All right, so help me understand, because I wasn't around for Talk Shoot. So he was doing this gay shit at Talk Shoot too.
No, I'm saying from what I remember from the few clips that I've heard of him on Talk Shoot before he was like on YouTube saying all the shit he does now. From the few clips I've heard, he would just talk about just regular shit. It was before he was beefing with anybody, had any real problems. He wouldn't raise his voice or anything. He would talk all low and calm. I don't remember him saying any shit like that. He would just mainly stick to the topic. He wouldn't digress. He wouldn't go off on tangents or anything like that. The Talk Show days, the few I've heard, I guess he wasn't doing that then. But then once he started beefing and shit, and people started, giving their opinion when they wouldn't back down from it, he couldn't punk them. Then it's you gay, you got nuts on your chin, you sucking dick, all that bullshit he be saying.
So let me ask you this then. I want to agree with you that something happened. I mean, and here's the thing. Even Princess X called it out, and they say that women can fucking pick up on the gay shit faster than a straight dude could. A woman knows. They should. Yeah, I agree with you there, right? But what I'm saying, let's cast that aside for a minute and give him the benefit of the doubt. Is there a possibility of him being raised by all women and being like by his crackhead mom and the crackhead aunt? That's what probably turned him sweet.
Oh yeah, most definitely. There are plenty of dudes out there who are raised by women, and you can tell by the way that they argue. You can tell by the way they approach certain situations. It's like, yeah, or at the very least, they were raised by more women than there were men. There were more women around than there were men, and so they picked up on the way a woman argues. They picked up on the way if you're trying to make a point, how a woman will immediately stop you because they can tell where it is you're going with the argument, and they know if you make your point, they're not going to have any sort of comeback to it because your point is going to be the absolute truth. You're going to be speaking about some bullshit that they done did or said. That's why he's always cutting people off. That's why he won't argue with anybody on anyone else's panel. You have to come to his panel where he has total and complete control, and he could just say, oh, you on some bullshit, and then cut your mic off. He doesn't do that shit with people in real life, and if he does, he has his hand on his gun the entire time. The dude is weak as fuck, and he knows it. He knows he's just a little dude with a Napoleon complex who got touched as a kid. Now his way of trying to seem masculine is keep a gun on me and mute every motherfucker who don't agree with who don't agree with me.
But you know what? What you just said was proven by Roy, because remember when he ran up on Roy, and I said the comment earlier. Roy was fucking unarmed. You as Super Jim said, right? And credit for Super Jim for this. Super Jim said you got the drop on me. Right, but Jim was in the car. I ain't gonna say nothing negative about Jim right now. But what I'm saying is he got the drop on Roy. Roy wasn't in a car. Roy's in Indy without a fucking car. You got the drop on Roy and do shit. And the whole time you had your fucking gun on you. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna run up on someone, blindside someone, and you got your hand on your gun? If you were about something, Tyra, run up on fucking Roy and clock him in the side of the head, kick him in the fucking side of his face without your gun on you.
Right, exactly. And it's just crazy because it's like Roy ain't no big ass tough motherfucker. Like I honestly believe Tyra probably could have whooped Roy's ass, but he's so much of a coward. He's so much of a bitch. He had to have that gun with him. He had, and the thing is, like notice he only said this type of he only says this type of shit when he thinks nobody's around and shit like that. Because one time he did a stream and he said, y'all saying I'm scared and I'm a coward and I wouldn't be this way if I didn't have this gun on me. All y'all got to do is say, take the gun off and put it on the hood of your car and we could get out right there. He said he'll do it. But it's like, bro, why sit there and wait for anybody to ask? Why didn't you just pull up on Roy, say, hey, Roy, here goes my gun. Take it off your hip, place it on the hood of his car and say, okay, what's up? We going to fight?
All right, but here's this though.
They got to be specific scenarios. But yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Gip is in his city. Fucking Geek Boy is in his city. Tommy's in his city. How many people got to fucking come through there? How many fucking swipes? What do you call it? Swipes at the apple, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to use the homosexual term bobbing for apples, Tyra, how many fucking bobs of the apple does it take for you to swing on somebody? Again, Geek Boy, Gip, Tommy, fucking Super Jim. How many people don't come to your city on your fucking block and you can't touch nobody?
Yeah, and like, bro, like he's such a bitch. Like he creates specific scenarios. He'll describe something to a T. Just to simplify it, that nigga said, I don't care if Tommy is around the police. Break his face if I see him. I don't care if the police are there. The police were there. They were downtown. He didn't do any of that shit he was talking. And do you know what he turned around and did, Fuego? Well, I'm pretty sure you remember, but for the people who don't remember, the motherfucker said after Tommy showed up, the nigga said the police were down there. Tommy tried to get me set up. How in the fuck did he try to get you set up when you said you didn't care if the police was there in the first place? How the fuck did he try to get you set up?
Mean Mug came to a city too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so again, how many people got to fucking show up in your city, Tyra, before you fucking pull up and do something?
Yeah.
I mean, again, you say you're not a gangster, you would nigga people don't want to fuck with, but at the same time, people come to your city looking for you, ain't doing shit. We could go to other people. You can call out Jazzy and fucking Lady Law, but at the same time, that opportunity, they only need to see each other once for something to pop off. Right, but at the same time, when we go back to you, Tyra, it's not the same thing, right? For fucking for when Chucky and the other dude, they at least they went looking for each other, right? There might be details within that we don't know, but hey, at the end of the day, ain't nobody say, oh, I can't do nothing because police around. Who the fuck talks about their gangsters and then fucking try to hide behind police? I'm trying to.
Yeah, he was talking that high power shit, and then look what the fuck happened. The Tommy came to his fucking city. Everything he said he would do, the main shit he said he would do that he knows everybody cared about was you said you was gonna fuck him up. You said you would go up in his face. You said you would break his face. You said you didn't give a fuck where he was at. You said you didn't give a fuck if police was standing around you guys. You were going to break his face. He didn't do any of that. He said, well, Tommy didn't call my mama a bitch. He didn't call me a bitch in my face. That doesn't matter because you set the standard. You said, if this man comes to my city, I'm going to break his face. He came to his city. He did not break his face. And all that extra shit that he added, it was like, bro, you created you went into such detail about it and didn't follow none of it. You called him a bitch to his face. Whatever. You said you would break his face. At that point, it doesn't matter.
Even Boss Man, when Boss Man surprised him and say, hey, Tyra, I'm in Ohio right now. You say you meet me halfway, I'm already here. And Tyra fucking sat his ass down. I got 7 cars, is what he says. I can go to Atlanta if I wanted to and go get Tommy. Boss Man was right there. Boss Man was, what, an hour and a half away?
Yep.
He'll fucking drive. He'll rent a car and go drive to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. He got all them pictures and shit, but he won't take pictures of himself in goddamn in Ohio, looking for fucking Boss Man, or down the street over at the Flying J looking for Mean Mug.
Yeah, that shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, but when he finds someone like Roy and he knows Roy's unarmed, I'm gonna put on him.
Yeah. He knew Roy didn't have a gun on him. He knows he knew Roy was a fucking punk too. So he knew Roy because there are certain dudes in this world that exist who they don't give a fuck if you got a gun or a knife on you. They gonna fight you. Certain motherfuckers is crazy. Roy is not one of those people. He knows it. Anybody who listens to Roy speak for 10 minutes knows it. He went up there to try to prove, he this big bad gangster. It's like, bro, you punked a bitch. Roy Rodriguez is a bitch and you punked him. That don't mean that don't mean nothing. Oh yeah, no, I definitely meant something when Stefan whooped his ass because everybody had been waiting for that. But Tyra running up on him with a fucking gun, a bitch, nah, bro. Like you don't get any credit for doing anything to Roy Rodriguez when Tyra doesn't get any credit for doing anything to Roy Rodriguez, bro.
No, but you know what?
It's one thing to get an ass whooping, but a gun, come on, yeah.
You made a good point earlier. I could see giving Tyra a little bit of credit if he did what you said. Come out the car, put the gun on the hood, or at least if you go fucking have your phone out, like you said, hey, I ain't got no gun on me, let's go. Let's stomp. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is that he pulled up on Roy still with a gun. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to take candy from a baby, but to be proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Be fucking armed when you're doing it. That's what don't make no sense to me.
Yeah. Yes. The dude. I feel like one day he's gonna slip up. He gonna slip up one day, and he gonna fuck with the wrong person, or he gonna talk to the wrong person, and they gonna end up having it. Because the way he walk around, he walk around like somewhere in the back of his mind, he believes he's the main one in Indy walking around with a gun. It's like, bro, one day you gonna go to one of these stores, start up an argument with one of these people, talk to one of these people crazy, and they gonna have a gun on them too. So you ain't gonna be able to punk them. You ain't gonna be able to scare them like that because they gonna have a gun on them too. And if they're fast, they're quicker on the draw than Tyra, he gonna get himself into some fucking trouble.
Better aim. But I think
I'm not saying I want him to get killed. I'm saying I'm not gonna care if he gets killed. Because the little nigga brought it on himself because he's a dumbass.
Yep, but you know what? I said something when I had my retarded ass muted, and I ain't know it. I said something about the fucking the constitutional carry shit, and I was making the point that come the fucking end of this month, and come next month, you gonna see Tyra calm out. He gonna calm down, or he ain't gonna fucking leave the house after nighttime. I'm gonna tell you this right now. After that constitutional carry shit come in. Tyra is what I said. You gonna lose that fucking advantage because right now there are people who are felons, right, or people who ain't trying to pick up a gun charge and ain't got no shit on them. But come after this month, yo, the fucking you ain't gonna be on that high ground no more. You ain't gonna have that hill to shoot down on no more.
Yep, straight up. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, bro. I gotta get back on the road. Peace out, Fuego.
Yeah. All right, respect. Yeah, so I'm just very curious how that shit's gonna work out for Tyra. Is that little bitch live? Let me check my phone. Check my phone, see if Tyra's live. Nope, he ain't live. He ain't live, not yet. I'm real curious, Tyra, if you're out there listening, if you're in the bushes, if you could please explain what happens when constitutional carry comes in. Are you going to be fucking as loud, as boisterous? Are you going to be throwing around less threats or more threats? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not you alone that's going to have a firearm on you. So I'm just again I'm real curious about some of these gun cases that have been going on, and somehow you ain't talking about it, right? Uh, for some reason, you any type of gun case that would catch any type of traction in the media, you get on there and defend it and say, "Oh, gun rights, this rah 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 rah." So I'm just curious. This little Corio guy or whatever his name, the third Crimeo the third. Excuse me. For some reason, you ain't talking about this dude with his gun. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude, yeah, he got it legally, but I'm just saying you're obviously a proponent of firearms and whatnot. So I'm just curious why you ain't talking about that dude getting a firearm when he shouldn't have. Probably because you got a guilty conscience and you know you in that same fucking category that you someone who should not be allowed to carry firearms. And I find it odd, Tyra, that you never fucking record yourself at a fucking gun show. You say you go to these gun shows every month and you buy guns every month, but at the same time, you go back to what you said in the past. Tyra, you said that you got receipts on everything, but you never show us how much you pay for fucking guns. You say you got $100,000 worth of fucking guns. You say you got no, hold on. You say you got $100,000 worth of tools and fucking $50,000 in guns, something to that effect. And I'm just curious, why is it only after in the last year and a half, 2 years, you getting a fucking gun safe? And on top of that, you've already pulled out every gun you got before. You pulled it out to fucking try to intimidate Boss Man over the internet, and that in itself can be considered a crime because you fucking brandishing firearms with the intent to fucking intimidate. So and even at that, you didn't even have like fucking a dozen guns. You got fucking a couple shotguns, a couple fucking AR pistols, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So as I was saying, I was fucking muted. I honestly think Tyra, your ego is gonna get you clapped, and it's only a matter of time now. Constitutional carry, Tyra. Constitutional carry. So again, you're gonna lose that fucking advantage you have. That advantage you fucking rely on for other people to be fucking unarmed. So and again, in regards to that Crimeo dude, in regards to the fucking bodega stabbing, somehow you ain't talking about fucking self defense because you know as soon as you start fucking talking about self defense, that the trolls are gonna fucking show the videos of you pulling out your gun on fucking bystanders and fucking walkers by and people fucking driving for Uber and shit. There's no reason why you should have a fucking firearm license, and you know it. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, it's been an hour. I don't really do fucking 4, 5, 6 hours and shit on YouTube. I'm gonna let this shit load up. I'm gonna go look for Tyra and see how I get up in his comment section if I ain't blocked. Fuck you, Tyra. Thanks for everybody that came through.